Today in the grain market, soybeans were a little bit mixed today. Day 3 of the Pro Farmer Tour kind of told us that the projected yields are going to be a little bit lower. So today the market did start out a little bit better, but it kind of sold off as as we moved through the day. Now there has been some technical buying that was perhaps behind the initial rally of the day, but it wasn't able to sustain. The market is still trending up. If we get to that $15 area, perhaps we'll get a little bit more buying coming in. But that would definitely be the target. We just haven't gotten there yet. And normally we're getting closer to harvest, we'd see the market kind of going the other way. But there's plenty of news out there that's really offering some support to the market. We had a 34-cent range today. The option open interest added 2,800 calls and 2,800 puts. The CVOL right now is 25.9% on the soybeans. On the oil is 34, and the meal is 29.6. So it's starting to move back up. Now today corn was up as well. The spec buying is just pushing futures to another new high. The trend continues to move up. Dry weather plus that Pro Farmer, is talking about the decline in the yields. That technically the futures are breaking out of the range that they've been in for a long time, from 550 to 650. So we had a 21-cent range today. So let's see if we get some follow through buying. If we do, that's going to certainly have an impact on the grains across the board. One thing that's interesting is the option open interest added 8,200 calls just yesterday. 7,000 of them in that 750 on the 750 strike. On the put side, we sold off 2,500. So it really is kind of a bullish move. The CVOL is back up on the corn to 37%. Now today wheat was firm. 25-cent range was relatively mostly consolidative. There's really not much news for wheat. Ukraine today has been bracing for some retaliation from Russia. We haven't heard anything yet, and I think that's why kind of the markets were a little bit on hold. However, the tight supplies globally, I think, is still going to be at issue going forward. At one point, wheat was up almost 17 cents, but it kind of backed off that a little bit. Options really didn't move much. They added about 450 calls, 500 puts. Relatively speaking, that's kind of small, but it's still relatively moving, stronger moving in that direction. Futures are really holding right at that $8 level and right where we have been in a while. Now the CVOL is at 41.5%, so we're back above that 40% mark. I think that's something to just hold in the back of your mind as the market goes forward. Now we have the Feds on Friday from Jackson Hole. That should have an impact on the market. Everyone's going to start posturing as we move forward. And right now, something to really watch out for is in Europe. They're suffering like a 500-year drought, and I think there's something could be impactful against all the grains really for the next number of months even. So that's something that we want to watch for. Of course, the US dollar and the euro are at parity right now. We haven't seen that in many, many years.